Ready, ready. 60 outlaw.
Tight end right. Tight end right. Three down.
Yep. Go.
Now a handoff looking right. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Let's go, D. Big Sears right here. We got to step it up. Check.
Go. Pilot, 64. We get it.
And to give this time to the tailback. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46.
Slam.
General West. 5.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Making the stop there, Daniil Hunter.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Check it back.
Travel.
Slam.
Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. He'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for it. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check 24. Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there,
Hey! Big Rivers.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the Vikings 36.
Go now. 15 line.
You ain't doing nothing today. He's coming. We got double up.
Topper.
Mike 5-4.
Ready.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Ready. Go. Let him know. Let him
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Set. Hey, logo.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm down.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long.
Second and 13. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
Go.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback. Look at me. Zipper.
Throwing on 1st down. Daniels. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop us.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun, Daniels. He's looking deep for Bell. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11.
Mike 51. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Jim. Kill. Jim. Go, Jim.
2nd and 11. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 43. On 1st down, here's Breida. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Breida. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Second and 10 at the 30-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually broke that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB. And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
10-2 stop. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
When you're dead last in the NFL in third down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about him picking up that one? That was big for them.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big shot.
And now look at him go. He's at the 30, 10, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Matt Breida, 82 yards as his guys are back within a single score. Now the try here for the point after. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10.
Makes the score Lions 17, Vikings 10.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on third.
Check. Yep. Ready?
From the gun, Daniels. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run with Breida. And an alley to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece.
That ties the game at
17-17
17.
the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. A big play there just before halftime. 61 yards. So all of a sudden with that run, maybe now a chance for points here.
It's a total mind shift, isn't it? Because what you were saying before was, hey, let's just get out of here, get the half over with. Instead, we can get some points now.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. On 2nd down, Johnson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Ready? 70, Indy.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now from the 7, here's second and goal.
I'm coming.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This is a 26-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Not today, you won't. Not today. Come on.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51.
You. 51's the Mike, boy.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Check 50, check 50.
Check 26, check 26. He's coming.
Now a give coming right is Breida. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 30-yard line.
They run again with Breida. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Hey, hold on. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Go, Mike 51, Mike 51.
Go.
Hey, let's come.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Complete to Jones. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
They run for it with Breida. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Out, 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 out.
Ito Smith, his first carry. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
It's our time. It's our time.
Check.
No.
They'll run it again with Smith. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the safety creep. 51's the mic, boy. Go.
Back to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This is Breida. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 6-yard line.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
51's Mike. Mike 51.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Shift.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
And his kick is good. And that's going to tie things at 20. So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken very short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Right there.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Lions on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Daniels. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Back to throw. Daniels. And that is incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10.
Watch the edge. No. Off. Hey, alert 3.
Breida, he'll try the right side. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Alert 3. Alert 3.
Now it's Breida. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Go. Mike 51. Mike 51. Check 3. Check 43. Whip. Watch the whip.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Matt Breida, 37 yards. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down,
Caused all of that.
it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Let's get off the field, D.
And he'll give it here to his running back. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long, and you know this is the time of game where these drives really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39. Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run.
And it helps that they were in a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defensive side of the ball, but can still run as well. Because when you run against 6 DBs with some bigger offensive linemen, you often get this result.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 20-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't got it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game.
Get him, boys.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they'll get him down right around the 16. A gain of 2, just like we saw on 1st and 2nd down as well. Deuce is wild.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, Sam off. He's checking. Go. Be crippled.
They'll try and run for it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. As they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, let's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
2nd and 9 now.
Let's bring it.
And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Watch Twiz. 22, Jet Bubba. 22, Jet Bubba. Shit. Arvin. Shit. Zip it.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And got his man complete. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. But we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
On the handoff, this is Breida. And he's going to be met at about the 43. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Lions' 43-yard line.
Now a give running left is Breida.
Run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Pick it up, G. Hey, hold
Here's a handoff left side to Breida. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Yeah, baby!
And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This from long, very long range. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Vikings, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they fall to defeat for the 2nd time this season. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. Your team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, now get it. Big Snoop Dogg, it's in the game.
S-T-R-O. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Yeah. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. Yeah. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. Yeah. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the wind. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went.
Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went.
Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy.
The blends be all the right cred.
Meaning credentials.
Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls.
In the instrumental.
Are you ready?
Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving the show.
But can you rock it like rocket
What you
fuel?
talking about? Space or out your mind?
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's a
fool?
close encounter of what kind?
When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the
And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
Simultaneously over joints and rock.
We earn
30 years so you can say we got
3 turns.
live off the board, unlike you and your chess men.
We install doubt in you and your yes men.
And if the game had veins, we'll insert
Upheaval the crown.
Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. Relieving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow.
But can you rock it like rocket
What
fuel?
you talking about? Space or out your mind?
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's a
fool?
close encounter of what kind?
Then jump